Hiya crafty folks, Amy here with Amy's Wares, and today I'm going to make an encouragement card in 3D. So I have some fabulous products that Altenew sent me. I have some of their mini ink pads, I have an embossing folder here, and a really cool sentiment die cut set. They're nice and bold, and they have shadow layers, and I absolutely love them. So here's a photo of the finished card to show you the direction that we're headed, but do stick around to the end because I am going to share with you another bonus card as well. So this is actually a die set, a rectangle die set, also from Altenew. I think it's got mix in the name. I apologize. I will try and remember to link it in the video description box below. If I forget, please do let me know. But it is a really cool set, and it does have that one deckled edge, which is one of my favorite ways to kind of trim panel pieces on my cards. So here I'm opening up this fabulous die set and taking it for its maiden voyage, and you can see, look at the size of these. I wasn't sure exactly how big they were, and I'm so pleased because I feel like they're nice and big, and they make a really cool focal point on the card. And I absolutely love this. Have a good day. I just think this is so cool. It's such a simple sentiment, but I feel like it's not a common one that you see all the time. So I was really excited to add this into my crafty stash. Now, I'm going to be doing a technique that is not anything I've come up with. It's not anything unique, but I feel like it's something that is simple and that we often forget about. So I'm actually going to go direct ink to paper and create kind of a fun, whimsical, colorful background just by basically stamping with my actual ink pads. So I'm picking out a smattering of colors. I wasn't entirely sure what direction I wanted to go at first. At first, I thought I was going to use that really bright pink, which is absolutely gorgeous. But then I decided to change my mind, and I feel like I channeled my inner 𝗁cie from Lost in Paper, because I feel like the color scheme I ended up going with is totally something that she would do. And I feel like it's her inspiration subconsciously affecting me here because, you know, she loves her Altenew, and I feel like these are colors she would choose. So 𝗁cie, if you watch this, thank you in advance for your inspiration, because I feel like these are totally your color palette. But anyway, I start with the darker color. I open the lighter one and get it all over my hands because, you know, I'm super graceful. And I'm basically just stamping in open spaces and placing this down. Now, I wasn't expecting it to be kind of spotty like this. I initially thought it would be more solid blocks of color, but I actually ended up liking that it went this direction, and that kind of aided me in the next step that I decided to take in this process. So I put down the colors that I wanted. I really like this scheme, but I wanted to add more to it. So I know that I'm going to ultimately emboss it, because that's going to be my next step in the process to give it texture and use this amazing new wicker 3D embossing folder. But before I do that, I decide that I want to distress it a little bit. So I have this sprayer here with just some residual mica in it. I don't remember if it was mica from something I was working on or if I put like perfect pearls in it or something. I'm not sure. But it does have some shine, and it's also going to distress this water reactive dye ink and also kind of make that paper really grip the 3D embossing folder when I put it through. So it's all these like multi-purpose sort of techniques to add interest, and it's also going to kind of blend this ink into the paper a little bit more. So it's going to do all these things and add interest, and I'm so pleased with how it turned out. So I do think it was a little bit wet to put it right in the embossing folder, so I think I cleaned up and dried it off just a little bit with a heat tool. Not entirely, but I didn't want to put it in there too wet and have it kind of work against me and leave too much residue in the embossing folder. Now, if it does, it's no big deal. It's all water reactive inks and mica and everything. You can easily just rinse it out in the sink or even wipe it off with a wet cloth. But how cool is this? I absolutely love how this turned out. So it has shimmer, it has interest, it has color, it has dimension from the embossing, and then that cool deckled edge on the die cut. And I'm just chuffed with how this is turning out so far. So if you aren't familiar with me, I never make test cards in advance before my videos. I never do that. So you're always kind of seeing it in real time as I'm creating. I'll kind of pivot if I need to and make adjustments. I was a little surprised that this was multiple pieces. I kind of thought it was all going to come out in one die, but thankfully it wasn't too much. I was still able to kind of piece it together easily with some liquid glue. But I know that I want to add color to the shadow layer, so I'm using the same ink and I'm using my little Altenew blending brushes to kind of lay that down. And the beauty of doing white on white like this, when you have 2-layer dies, is you can custom match them perfectly with the dies that or the die colors, or the ink colors rather, that you use on your actual card design. So I love doing this. If you've seen my binder where I kind of batch and store a bunch of sentiments, you'll see a lot of times I have white on white cut out ready to go, because I can so easily custom match it to the card and not have to keep a bunch of colored cardstocks on hand. So that's a hack. If you don't have a lot of crafty supplies, or if you're a little bit fussy like I am and you want it to be a perfect match, this is a way to do it. Just really die cut everything white on white. So I liquid glued that, attached it together, and really now it's just a matter of assembling. And like I said, do stick around to the end. I'm going to show you some other awesome products that Altenew sent me, and I'm going to show you a bonus card. So what I have here is a scrap of foam, and it does have adhesive on the back. So this is a little hack to give even dimension. Now you could absolutely use little foam squares or foam strips or whatever you have, but I wanted perfect matched foam backing. So I have this adhesive backed foam, which basically makes it like a sticker, and I'm just using my liquid glue, and I'm going to attach my custom colored sentiment right on top of this adhesive backed foam, and I'm basically going to make myself a perfect sticker to attach on the front of the card. And what I also like about this is that adhesive on the back of the foam is really going to grip onto all that texture on the panel, because I did emboss it, so you want to make sure you're getting a secure adhesive there to make sure that it stays put. So I have all these things here. I attached it all together, and you can see there's some dimension kind of popping it off the card. I absolutely love the colors. I love how this turned out. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you some other products that Altenew sent me. I have this fabulous embossing folder called Lace something or another. I apologize. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but I will have everything linked below. And I brought in that gorgeous pink, and look at that. So I used a pink cardstock. I brushed that pink ink right over the raised portions from the embossing. I used that Celebrate die from the same die set and kind of pounced the ink down to get that cool kind of distressed look. And that's going to finish that card. So thank you again so much, Altenew, for sending me these gorgeous products. I'm so stoked to have them in my stash. And if you enjoyed this, please do hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing. And I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.